All right, well, thank you guys for jumping on. I'm going to admit mine. And then Lindsay can unmute herself. First of all, congratulations for completing week 1 or completing call 1, doing the homework, and then getting on this call. So it's super exciting to just see everybody start to post their goals in the group. It's hopefully exciting for you guys too, to see that what you want to achieve, other people want to achieve, and you're not crazy, right? So we have a full lineup tonight of lots of fun stuff to share with you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Lindsay to go ahead and get started with the Success Club. So we are using the manual. If you want to pull up the sheet that has Success Club on it while she's talking.
Yep, we're going to pull that up. Can I take a photo first? Everybody smile. I just had to do that. Okay, let me screen share. Okie dokie. So actually, we created this, and now we have to edit it because they just made changes to Success Club. So we'll go over that. All right, so what is Success Club, right? Success Club is a monthly reward system that begins on the 1st of each new month and ends on the last day. And it is the backbone of everything you do as a coach, and the first and the last thing you should think of each month. So before I explain more, my mind on day 1 of February goes, I need to get my points in. And we also, I think it's important, we'll go into, as reverse engineering this, that people are people, they're not transactions. Although they are tied to points, it's always good to remember this is a life that you are introducing to something that can change theirs, okay? So how you earn it is you can, first and foremost, the challenge pack is going to be the best deal. And I'll go as far as to say the all access challenge pack right now is the best of the best deals. It's a win for you, and it's a win for your customer because they get a free thing, right? And right now, if you do sell any of those this month, you get 3 Success Club points, which is pretty cool. And a $70 commission, which is nice too. So, every other challenge pack, and as of March 1st, this all access pack, all will be worth 2 points, okay? And then now, if you sell Shakeology by itself, just on Home Direct, it cannot be a one-time order. It needs to be on Home Direct. And if you sell that, you now get 2 points as of March 1st. It used to be 1, but now it's going to be 2. So it says here for every customer enrolled on a new HD order totaling a minimum of 90 PV, in terms of Shakeology, as of Monday, the points will be 2. Well, as of March 1st, but they announced it on Monday. Sorry, I don't want to confuse you. Everybody following so far? We're good? So this can be done by a coach sign up, or it can be done as a customer sign up. Either way works. And if you want me to even say, if they order the ultimate reset on Home Direct, you get a point. If they order the performance line 90 personal volume on Home Direct, you'll get a point. And then there's an ultimate reset challenge pack, which would be 2 points. So to get Success Club, you need at least 5 between the 1st and the 30th or the 31st. So the 1st of the month and the final day of the month. In this case, I think it's the 28th for February. You need to be personally on Shakeology Home Direct yourself. That is a requirement. And for Emerald and Leads is the club, so I don't think I have to talk about that yet. So you want to literally set yourself a non-negotiable goal. Oh no, it's saying I'm unstable. Can you guys hear me? I froze. You guys hear me? Okay, I'm back. Sorry. It said I froze. Okay, so you want to make it a non-negotiable goal every single month to get at least 5 points. That means you're helping at least 3 people get started on a health and fitness journey. And you can go as far as to go for Success Club 10 or as many points as you want, really, based on how you want to, run your business. The benefits is you do get eligibility for the lead program, which is free customers. We're the only business out there that'll give you free customers. All these infomercials and everything you see that Beachbody puts out there, they funnel all the people that call in that 800 line and order, and you get to be their coach. You get to help them. For Success Club 10, you can get Shakeology customers as well. And I get a lot of challenge pack orders just for that, which is kind of cool. And then you can earn the trips. So we've gone on many trips. We've gone to the Bahamas. We've gone on cruises. We are all getting ready to leave for the Dominican Republic in, 60-ish days. And that's because we focused on this goal every single month. And I can tell you, since I've become a coach, I've never missed a month of this ever. So stick with me. And then they do have promotional rewards every month. So sometimes it's a webinar, sometimes it's a book, sometimes you'll get a t-shirt, different things that Beachbody will give you as gifts for hitting the goal, which is cool. Because we're in the Team Cup, I know the gifts it's a handful of different things. I don't know off the top of my head. But last month was a webinar with Dave Ramsey's daughter. And so if you hit Success Club, you would have gotten an email with a time, and you would have been able to hear an hour of her speak about whatever topic she chose to talk about. So I guess the next thing is we're going to talk about how to reverse engineer it, but should I stop and say, do we have any questions first? Let me get back to my chat thing. Hold on, I'm going to stop the share for a minute. Okay. When you hit SC10, do you get the points from the customer referral? Yes, you can. You don't always, but you can. You mean the new customers? I mean the leads? Because I have. It's a confusing thing because sometimes when the new customer comes in, you don't get the point, but sometimes you do. And I think what it is you get the customer, and then the second order, you'll get the points. So if they just sign up for an account, let's just say, and they don't actually order and it funnels into you, and then they decide to order because maybe you send an email, which you should do to your leads, and they order, yeah, you'll get the points and the commission for that. Does that make sense? So it's the second order. Okay. I hope that makes sense. All right, so Success Club is the first thing that I can tell you any top coach is thinking about, any new coach. Our goal is to introduce you to this this benchmark, if you will, because this is truly how you can define if your business is growing or not. Am I hitting these goals? And you're making it a non-negotiable. The month isn't going to end. I'm going to hit these goals. And what we want to do is, reverse engineer and give you some ideas when it comes to challenge groups and inviting and all that stuff. And what I'll tell you is I aim for 5 by the 5th of the month. I think of it right away because I'm a Ruby personality, which is just go. I just want to get it done. I can tell you if, I know coaches who wait till the last 3 days and they're hustling to get it done and it's very stressful. But if you break it up into a certain amount of invites just every single day, 5 days a week, you're looking at a chance of, I'm going to hit this goal because someone's going to say yes, or they're going to know someone who's going to say yes. And if you're already at SC6 right now, or 5, or even 4, your mind should be I could probably go for 10 this month because I still got time. Hopefully that all makes sense. Anything else you want me to add? That's kind of how we're going to go into how with the challenge groups and inviting and different things like that tonight. But hopefully that kind of helps you on a calendar level. Thinking about 5 by the 5th. I always think about 10 by the 10th. And I don't stress if I don't hit it by the 5th. You don't have to stress out. If you have one of those personalities, you will be okay. You have all the way to the end of the month. Can points be removed from previous months? So yes. So if you get a return, points can be removed. So something I always thought about when I knew that was, okay, I need to have at least 7 points or 8 points or 12 points or wherever my goal is set. Because at one point in my business, actually for the past, since 2014, I made it a goal of 10 every month because I wanted the 10 legend, because you can be a legend to have this recognition. If you go all-star, or if you go, so all-stars, you hit Success Club 12 months in a row and legends 24 months in a row. And there are benefits to that. You get to sign up for those trips first. You're going to get to be one of the first people. You also get to now, as of last year, the all-star legends got to go shopping in the core early, right after the elite got to go in there on Wednesday night. So that's a cool benefit, because when that place gets packed with people, it's not fun. It is way fun to go in when it's really small crowd, buy what you want from the core, which if you're new, we all knew. What am I thinking? The core is at Summit, where you get to learn from all the top coaches. Like Christina's spoken at Summit twice now, and you get to hear different topics. You get to be live with the trainers and work out with them. And the core is like Beachbody's mall. So you get, wear and share, like core to force shirts and pants or yoga pants and water bottles, and people go in there and it's a good time, because you can get all this wear and share, and that's super helpful for your business. And then let me just add the other new benefit, especially since you guys are new coaches, is if you hit Success Club the first 3 months in your business, you will earn a ticket to Summit for free. Beachbody will give you a ticket to go to New Orleans. We're going to New Orleans in July. Like, where are we going? We're going to New Orleans in July. And we're going to the Superdome, and Beachbody is going to be down there, and we have a special speaker. Autumn Calabrese will be there. Joel and Jericho will be there. All the trainers will be there. You get to do live workouts with them. You get to sit and learn from top coaches. And what else do we do there? They have parties, and you get to be with your team. So that is Success Club. And the big thing of, the whole big thing about Success Club is it's ultimately tied to new customers you are bringing into your business every month, or new coaches. And new customers can become new coaches, people that you're helping, and it's how you grow a business. It's being able to, consistently add to your clientele, if you will, create testimonials that you're able to start to build your credibility in your business. All right, I don't want to waste too much more time on this, because I know we got so much more to go. So I'm going to pass it back.
Okay, I'm here. Okay, so why am I retarded with this? So I'm going to share my screen, right? My dog will not stop barking, and I'm sorry about that. It's super annoying. Okay, so can you guys, you can see my screen. You can't see me though.
No, we can see the screen.
Okay, so we're going to talk about social media, and to be totally honest, social media is a beast. In the aspect that, you never really know it. Like, it constantly changes. The minute that I feel like, okay, I've got this, it changes, and you're just like, oh my geez, ready to lose your mind. So we're going to keep it really simple and really basic, because that's what this is all about. We don't want to and you don't want to overwhelm your new coaches so that they have too much information and then they're afraid to actually move, okay, and do something with it. So branding is all about you, your business. You're the CEO of your own business. It's about your story and your message and branding it. So I'm just going to kind of go through this with you. I filled it out myself, and I will share with you what I wrote, and that will hopefully help you fill this out if you haven't filled it out already. You want to be thinking Facebook when we're talking about business branding. Ultimately, everyone is building their business on Facebook. And then maybe one other social media site. But I mean, 90% of my new coaches are just using Facebook initially. So know that. So objective, what is your objective? Like, why are you a coach, and how do you want to help people? Okay. What is your objective with your business? And for me, my thing is all about helping people see a bigger picture for their life. That is what I lead with. And the coaching business allows me that vehicle to show them that they can do bigger things with their life than they ever dreamed of. So think about, what is your objective? My message is you can make it happen. So it really is fitness, or, building confidence within yourself, or overcoming your crap, or building a home business from the ground up. If you want it bad enough, you can make it happen. So think about, what is your message that you're going to lead with everything that you talk about. It's going to represent who you are and what you stand for. It's basically like your values. 5 key topics, or focus topics, are really interests that make up who you are and what you like to talk about till you're blue in the face with your best friend. So think about Saturday morning, if you have 2 hours to kill, what do you do with that time? I am constantly flipping through Pottery Barn magazines, Pottery Barn Kids magazines. I love home decor. So like that's my thing. And I really don't post about that enough. But so my 5 key topics are definitely different from yours. And I'm also a fitness instructor. So mine are going to be more fitness oriented. But if you're not coming into this from a fitness background, then yours are not going to be all about fitness, okay? Number 1 is mommy. I call it mommywood, but mom life, whatever. And that's just everything that's going on in my life right now that I'm talking about that makes me relatable to other people. I'm sleep training my 3-year-old. My 17-month-old hasn't slept yet. Since she was born. I've aged 10 years since I've had her. So everything that I'm going through parenting wise with my 2 girls is one of the topics that I'm sharing every single day. And then I'm going to be attracting moms of young kids that are going through the same things. Okay. Number 2, for me, is making fitness a priority in my life. Making fitness a priority in my life. So it's the daily journey. So fitness should be one of your 5, but it shouldn't just be fitness. What is it for you? Like, what is it about fitness? For me, like I just said, now if you would have asked me this 6 months ago, I would have said losing the baby weight. That would have been my fitness topic then. Now it's different. Now it's, I'm a mom, and I'm running like a crazy person with my, like a chicken with their head cut off all the time. And it's, how do I make fitness I don't want to say fit in my life, and that might be yours, but for me, it's a priority. It's first. It happens in the morning, and I make it happen because it affects my mood and my energy for the whole day. So that's something I talk about in my social media. So really think about what is your niche with fitness, not just fitness, okay? Number 3, I'm an instructor, so my Turbo Kick instructor life. I've been teaching Turbo Kick for 10 years, and that has been the common interest that I've built all of my leaders through on my team. And it's because when I teach Turbo Kick, I am my best self. I just love it so much that I'm so happy, and I'm fun, and I'm dancing, and I just love it. So people, like, they either love me when I teach Turbo Kick, like they love me, or they're like, this girl's way too much for me. You know what I mean? It's like they love me or they hate me, and I'm totally fine with that. But it's kind of the same way on social media. You have to share and just totally be you and not try to please everybody, because the people that are going to get you for you, that's who you want. You don't want the people that you're worried are going to talk behind your back. You don't want those people on your team anyway. So I talk a lot about that, which is a hobby. And number 4 for me is having an unshakable positive attitude. So I'm always motivating, talking about motivation. I'm talking about just spinning the crappy day and turning it into a positive, or what you've been through and turning it into something good, or something that was really challenging that I've been through with postpartum depression, for example, and then talking about it and putting it out there and sharing it with other people. So, that is my jam, is confidence. And then the last one could be home design, because I love it. Like I could watch HGTV all day and all night, and I'm happy, right? So that's what you want to think about. But then how do you add value when you post about home design? You have to be giving tips, for example, or show how-tos, or ask people, which color do you like? Which color should I pick for my sofa? Things like that. Okay, so we're moving on to style, design, visual image. Don't overthink this. This is like your favorite colors. Okay, so obviously the manual's pink, and that is a perfect example because I sign up, 99% women as coaches now. In the beginning, I didn't, because I didn't have a brand. So I was talking to everybody. And this was one of those things where I was like, literally, like when I was picking my colors for my brand, I was like, yeah, but if I pick hot pink, like a lot of people don't like hot pink. But that's the point, because the ones that love hot pink and love Legally Blonde are going to totally get me, and they're going to be like, oh, I like her, and I want to read more of her posts. And that's what you want. So it's just be you. So maybe your favorite colors, and maybe your favorite font. So for example, I love this font on here that says brand it and one of a kind. So I use specific apps, and I just use the same ones all the time. I did not create this, but I'm using it as an example because I mostly use word swag when I do my photos. Can you see that? Yeah. Well, it's called word swag if not. And for the most part, I really just use the same fonts all the time when I add fonts to my pictures. And I never, in the beginning, I didn't do that because I thought, well, why? That's boring, constantly change it up. But really what you're trying to do is show consistency when you are posting on social media. So using the same colors and using the same fonts, you're creating a brand. Okay? And this doesn't have to be perfect, because 6 months from now, you might decide that you hate hot pink, and that's okay. Your audience and your tone. Your tone, how I'm interpreting that is I think it's like how you deliver your message on social media, how you want people to, what's the word? How you want people to think of you when you're not in the room. And I want people to think I'm fun. That sounded really bad, like I'm not fun. But I want them to think that I'm fun and that I'm creative and that I don't take life too seriously. So that I can be silly and girly and everyone should be a Disney princess. So that needs to come across in the way I write my posts, because people that love Disney are going to love me, and the people that don't love Disney are not going to love me, and I'm okay with that. And you have to be. You have to be. Your audience is your target market, which the only reason it's important right now is because when you write your posts, you want to be writing to your target market. And other than that, I don't think it's that important right now, because you want to be talking to everybody in your warm market, in your inner circle. I tell all my new coaches, your rank of diamond is on your list of 100 right now. That's really important. You should write that down. Because a lot of times we think that we have to like go out and like add all these people to our network, and then we're going to like have uber success. Sometimes you may not have the right network, but most of the time you do have people in your network, at least enough of them to get you to that rank. Okay. So your audience is who you are. Who are you looking for? So for me, I'm looking for confident women, motivated, self-motivated. They're driven. They love to have fun. They love music. They love to dance. Maybe they're a mom. Maybe they're not a mom. Fitness instructors, positive people, people that love Disney. And to be totally honest with you, women that have been through crap in their life, and they are looking for a change. They're looking for something to fill in their life so that they can enjoy leading again. So that's my audience. And for a long time, I really thought too hard about it. So just think about who are you? Describe yourself on paper. Describe your characteristics, your personality, and ask yourself, is that who would you like to sponsor that person? And you're probably going to go, yeah. My audience is not super organized, because do you want to see my closet right now? There's hordes of clothes all over the floor. Okay. So who are you? And especially the positive traits. And most likely that's who you're looking for. Okay. But you could narrow it down even further and be like moms of 2, or moms of toddlers, or boxers, or, I did the fitness instructor thing for a really long time because I was teaching a lot of classes for a long time. Now I'm not really doing that. My life's changed. So just brain dump. This is just a brain dump. Okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. So the next page, I'm not really going to go through this. I just want you guys to read it on your own, especially the Facebook. The rest of it, if you're not on those platforms, you do not need to be on 4 platforms. Like I said, pick one platform, which is most likely Facebook, and then a second platform that you would like to learn how to use better. So I built my business on my Facebook profile page, and then I would say my second platform was YouTube, because I would just make a lot of videos and I would upload them to YouTube and I would make them public, and I really put myself out there that way. And then my third platform was a blog. that I don't even have live right now. So, and those all felt natural to me because Facebook, we already know Facebook, but we just need to learn how to build a business through it, right? And videos, I was comfortable doing videos. So YouTube felt natural to me. And then blogging, I didn't really know how to build a blog or what to blog about, but I do like to write. Like I like to write in general, and I'm a good storyteller, I think. I don't know. So you have to like the platform that you want to be on because it should be fun. Social media should be fun. If it's not fun, you're on the wrong platform. Okay? Write that down. Okay. And the last thing I want to show you is something I created for my new coaches. And I think you can still see this. I don't know. I guess I need more training in Zoom, but text me if you cannot see this. Okay.
We're good.
Okay. So I created this for my brand new coaches who are like, I don't know what to post every day. So this is super generic, and let me tell you what is important and what's not important. What's important is the time that you post. That is important because people see the posts live, and that's when they pop up in the news feed. So the people that get up real early to get ready to go to work, it was like a really high statistic. I don't remember what it was, but it was like 70% of the US turns their phone on the very first thing when they wake up in the morning, and most of them are turning on, what do you think? They're opening social media. So they're going to see that early post, okay? And then people that are on their lunch hour. So you want to think about that. You want to write the post to that person that's seeing that at that time. They're tired. They're about to get up and get ready to go to work. Did they get their workout in? What are they eating for breakfast, right? The lunchtime post is the people that are at lunch. And what do they do on their lunch break? They get on their phone and they check social media. So think about that. Put yourself in their shoes. People are going on social media just like for the same reason we look through magazines. You know, they're on there for social reasons, for fun, for an escape. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock is a good time. You're getting people after work. And then 8 o'clock is usually the highest traffic time to post because that's the end of the day. Most of the time the kids are in bed and they're either sitting on the sofa, they're sitting in bed, they're watching TV, and they're on their phone. So the times you post are really important. If you post at 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're only going to hit maybe the stay-at-home moms, okay? And if that's your target market, then that probably works. You need to post 3 times a day because in the beginning, it's about posting a lot. They're not going to, maybe you post at 6 and at 12 and they don't see those posts, but they're going to see the 5 o'clock or the 8 o'clock, okay? So post at least 2 to 3 times a day, post at high traffic times. And this would be very general, but it's you taking those 5 key focus topics and creating content around them that's going to serve your audience. So if I was going to talk about motivation, I actually did today. I did a post on what motivates me every single day to work out, and that's music. So I gave the tip of downloading a playlist and playing that playlist when you get up in the morning before you are even going to work out. You know, when you talk about your workout, you talk about your shake. It's not about taking a selfie and saying, I just did the 21-day fix, because everyone's going to be like, who cares? It's about motivating people, inspiring people into fitness. That's what we do. We inspire people to start. So before you post, read it and ask yourself, if I were to read this and I were to see this, would this inspire me? Would this motivate me? Would this make me want to take action? Same thing with Shakeology. You either have to be educating people about it, tell them why you're drinking it, why you were skeptical about it, what it's doing for you, sharing recipes. You have to get creative. You can't just take pictures of your shakes. You can take videos of yourself working out. You can share recipes, and then sharing your transformation on Tuesdays, Transformational Tuesday. But in general, this is kind of just giving you, a roadmap, but you would want to take your 5 key focus topics and plug those in these time frames. And if you're like, I don't know what to post, it sounds so silly, but sometimes it's like, take a picture of your dinner and show people what you're eating, and, your meal plan for the day, or your meal plan for the week, or your grocery list, or it's the silly little things like that people go on Pinterest and look for. So we'll share that in the group. You can save it to your phone. And the big thing is you have to experiment. You have to just start posting, and then you have to pay attention to what people are liking and commenting on. And you'll know right away, like, okay, that did not work. And you have to look at social media like that, because every single day I post something and I don't know what kind of response it's going to get. So every day is an experiment. And you just have to be okay with that. But you'll start to see a pattern of what they like to see. And I didn't talk about this at all, but you have to just post your family. And whatever you're posting now, you have to continue to post that. And you should be posting 80% personal and 20% something that leads them to ask what it is that you do. 20% is something to lead people to ask what it is that you do. That there's a difference in you blasting your shake. Okay. So your friends are your friends on Facebook, maybe because you post pictures of your kids all day. You need to still keep posting pictures of your kids all day, but you need to start to sprinkle in other things about you and your life and who you are and your message and what you're passionate about. And then, Tuesday you do your transformation before and after. That's how you want to do it. You don't want to completely do a 180 of whatever you're doing now, because you'll lose the friends that you already have, if that makes sense. Okay. Any questions right now on social media before we move on? If not, then Lindsay's going to talk about free groups. And I'll get this off. Uh-oh. There you go.
I was
muted. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm going to talk now. Okay, so when I was a coach, when I was a baby coach, when I was new to the whole coaching thing, one of the things that I did that was kind of interesting and worked really well was I created a group, and I called it Lindsay's Fit Club or something like that. And it was my virtual fit club. And I literally made it like a point to just get everybody I could into that group. And when I was at, when I did my presentation at Christina's event, I talked about how I was that girl that added all the people that really annoyed you, I was that girl in 2011, bringing them all into one group like the other people do nowadays. So I would not do what I did now that it's such a big thing. But what you can do, so the goal is to obviously get Success Club, get customers starting to order, but we got to add value to them, which starts with your social media, which you just learned about. But what the free group does is it creates an environment, for a private environment, for them to start to share their journey, right? So like I created this group and I brought them all in, and I was like, if you're working on a health and fitness journey, I don't care if you're running or whatever. I'm a coach, I do Beachbody, but this is free for all for anybody to be a part of, as long as they're not a coach or working with a coach. And it was kind of like my little community, if you will, and a place where they could feel safe to talk, post, share, that was private. And so I did post both on public and within that group. You can go as far as to theme these groups, right? Free group or clean eating, free clean eating, water challenges, squat challenges. I've seen it all, you know, squats and
we're even a booty challenge right now, 5-day booty challenge.
5-day, there you go, 5-day booty challenge, right? I've seen people do personal development type of challenges using the books, because when you start to think long-term, big picture here, we're not talking about getting an order today or tomorrow or this week. We're talking about years out. And you think, if I get them to start to listen to whatever audio or read a book with me, they're going to want to become a coach and join me on this ride, because the audio is going to speak to them, or the book, depending on what you choose. And there's a lot of options out there, right? Like, I know You Are a Badass is a really popular confidence building book. It doesn't teach you how to build a business, but it builds your confidence, if you don't mind language. And I've seen a lot of people run groups based around that book, because a lot of ladies out there struggle with their confidence, because the society wants to make you think you need to be hard on yourself. And that it's not okay to be confident. It's not okay to smile at the girl in the mirror. And I know that's a big popular topic that plays a role in fitness, and you're, you know, taking care of your body and loving your body wherever it's at right now. So if your wheels are already starting to spin with ideas, I think while I keep talking, I would say write out free group ideas that are coming to your head, because if you get it out on paper, you'll remember, like, oh, I could do this or I could do that. Now, what I do is I would just re-theme within the group for a week, instead of have a million different groups. Just my thing. Like, if you don't mind having, you know, of clean eating, of this, of that, go for it. But I just do it all in one, and then I bring them all to one. Otherwise, because I've done all, and they're everywhere. And then I'm like, wait, who was in what group, and which clean eating group was that? Was that the first month or the last year, or where was I? And so for me, I'm like, simplify. Let's bring them all together. Let's go back to one group. And I'm able to literally, like, talk to them, build a relationship with them, share my own journey in there, and different things I'm doing, right? Like coconut oil pulling of my teeth. How many of you are like, what did she just say? Like, coconut what? Yeah, like, that's a thing that's actually pretty cool that a lot of people may or may not know about, and it's adding value by me saying, this is how I start my morning. I use coconut oil, and then I swish it around, and then I spit it out, and it cleans my teeth on top of brushing teeth. And that's a way of adding value, because it's literally introducing them to something that's healthy, that they're like, okay, that's kind of cool. And then they can, you know, you can share the research behind it. Google is your friend. So, are they typically a week? So on the book club, I think it's an ongoing group. So no, it's not typically a week. The week groups are like the booty challenge, the no sugar challenge. Some people do, I know something that is really awesome to do is a 5 or 7 day like Shakeology challenge, and you get packets, and then they buy the packets from you. So they pay like $30 on PayPal, and then you ship them to them. And then, or they can buy the sampler pack, because we have sampler packs out there in your office, and they get to try it for like 5 to 7 days. and they get to feel the effects of Beachbody, of Shakeology. And if they are eating a clean diet, let's say it's a clean eating type of 5-day thing, and they see results, what's going to happen? I want more of that. What else can I do? And you can be like, well, I run these other groups that are paid, right? And then you can start to generate customers because you've built trust with them.
Explain that, what I wrote, because they don't understand that right now, I don't think.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's one group. And like the theme would be like Monday, we're going to do a water challenge. So the goal from Monday through Sunday is to focus on getting enough water into our bodies. Does that make sense?
But the group never ends. Never.
Yeah. I would just adjust the theme within that group. Does that make sense? Instead of me saying new water challenge and creating a group, and then all they have to go bounce to this other group, now they're in my virtual fit club and they're in my water challenge, and I'm over here like trying to keep track of like who's where.
What I was doing, and then I wanted to take a pen and stab it in my eye.
and you guys, like, to move you to the next level, like when you do recruit coaches to your team, they're gonna need to learn like you're learning right now, and you want to be able to be like one group, just one. Add your friends who want to join. And as you guys are connecting via your posts on your social media, and people are, tagging each other in posts. Like I did a video yesterday of me dancing in the living room because all the kids were at school. My husband was at work, and I was like house to myself, and I started a dance party. And I'm like, I should film this because how many moms would relate? And so I posted it. And on my Instagram, I was getting all these tags. And that's a way for new eyeballs to get on my stuff, which is new people who may see a different post that I can build a relationship with. And then I can add them to my free group if they're not ready to order yet. And now I have them in a place. Does that make sense? And that group would just be whatever theme I'm making it. And I don't theme it every week.
Right.
Every week.
Right. Sarah's asking then, when they do order, the ones that do order and buy a challenge pack, do you still keep them in the free group? And I asked the same question.
So I do. In fact, yes, right now they're in there. Once they become a coach though, they've already like been through this, and they're like, okay, what do I do first? And for the new guys who are on this call, I've literally brought this thing back. I got a little mixed up with the groups, like I was saying, and we've been going back and forth masterminding over how to simplify this, which is why I'm reintroducing it. So some of you guys might be like, I wasn't part of your group because it wasn't really there. It was getting revamped. So they stay in that group, and then through their challenge, right, through the fitness. But if they decide they want to make this a business, they create their own group. And now they're adding people to their group, just like I did. And I'm going to go in that group with them. So if you're new, like there's another option that we'll talk about at the end as well. But I will go in the group with them. If they'll let me, not all coaches will bring me in. But if you do, I can go in and I can identify who's potential coaches for your team. That's more of a recruiting conversation. It's not so much challenge groups, but that has always been the system. That's how I developed a lot of diamonds on my team.
But you told me, I think this is helpful because I asked this question and you told me that you keep them in the free group too because they're posting about Shakeology then and the workouts. And then the other people are then seeing that. And then I like too how you said you explain it to them, like she's explaining it to the people that are in her free group, like what's the difference between the free group and then joining her challenge group. And you're explaining it to them as you get this app.
Okay, yeah. So let me just say the business are two products, you guys. There's the challenge groups and the paid fitness part, and then there's the coaches and recruiting. And we're going to get through it all with you and make it simple. So we didn't have challenge groups when this initially began. And so I was just like, recruit coaches. Like, who doesn't want to make money while they're working on their health and fitness? Duh, it was an easier invite for me. It just was. It still is. I'd much rather invite you to be a coach than I would be like, do you want to lose some weight with me? Like, sorry, it sounds really bad, but I just would. And that's just where my like strength is. So what happened in the group, and it happened today, which is funny you say that, is the challengers who are paying for Shakeology, who've purchased it, who have a program, are posting in there, you know, Shakeology's down, so yummy, made it with a banana, blah, blah, blah. And others who haven't done a thing yet, who may or may not know if I'm with Beachbody, because that is not always brought up in the beginning when I chat with them. It depends. We'll go over inviting and all that stuff. But that just depends on how I've met them, what we're connecting on. Are we talking about kids? Are we talking about, you know, where I live and something like that? Like, what are we talking about before? If we're talking about health and fitness, they may learn them with Beachbody, but they may just learn I have this group that's free and it's motivating and it's exciting and it's fun and it's private. But when they get in there and they're like, what's this shake stuff? What you talking about? It exposes them to the product, and then I can talk to them. So today, in fact, one posted, she's like, my first Shakeology down, so yummy. So right away, I have all these people in there that are not customers or coaches yet who are like, yummy, what is this, right? Like, and I got messages of, you know, interest, if you will. I mean, it's a give and take though. You like, you really, a lot of what you're going to do is going to go on behind the scenes in a private message, the majority of what you do. But the public posts, the group posts, those things have to match what's going on in the message. Because if you message someone like, I'm running this free group, and they go look at your page and you don't have anything up, right, they're going to be like, why do I want to join your group? Like, what?
Right. So it has to match your branding of your page and what you're posting on your wall and in a private message has to match. Yeah, that's awesome.
Did I cover the question on the challenge and the exposures? That makes sense. Oh, and like they build community with each other, you guys. Like they become really close, which is what you want in your team. Like think big picture here. Think your team. We talked about on Monday, to really build an income, you need a team of people who are doing this with you. The reason we're doing this right now is so you are equipped and trained to get out there and build your business and then be able to do this when you sign on new people as well and repeat, right? So when I did the group, the cool thing is it's super duplicatable. It's easy for you guys to be like, I can do that. I can set up a group and I can put all my friends that want to join and I can make a post and invite people to join. And guess what else? This week, Fixate Cookbook, add your friends, comment below, and I'll welcome them. And I'm growing the list. Does that make sense? I'm growing the list of 100. If that. Sorry, let me be clear.
Oh, and then this is one of the assignments we're going to give you guys this week is to create a free group. And I've always done a free 5-day clean eating challenge, and they are totally hit or miss. So I really like what she's explaining. I did not do it that way. I actually kind of did years ago. I had a free group, and then I dropped the ball. But quite honestly, I was not in there posting every single day either. You have to be. So that is going to be one of your homework assignments. And if you don't feel comfortable opening up like a free fitness or a free fit club, like she's explaining it, you can do a free 5-day clean eating challenge. I have a meal plan. Lindsay probably does too, but I have a meal plan you guys can use. And it's really just, getting the ball rolling and helping people for free and, starting to build up your relationships with people. Okay. So moving on, we're almost done. The next thing I'm going to talk about is inviting to your free group. And it's really simple. I have an example. We're not going to go through like the entire inviting process because that is another call for sure. Okay, so I screenshot this and maybe you can't see it. And if you can't, that's okay because I'll post it in the group. and give you the entire script. So you want to think about if you are going to run a free group, which is like a fit club, or if you're going to run a 5-day free clean eating challenge, or work your booty challenge, whatever. How are you going to get people in that group? You can do a public post, like Lindsay is saying, but you cannot rely on public posts, because how many people see your public post has a lot to do with your affinity ranking in Facebook, which is a popularity rank. Facebook does not allow every single one of your posts to be seen by all of your friends. And if you didn't know that, you know it now. So if you have 200 friends and you do a post, all 200 do not see your post, okay? It is based on your affinity ranking, and you boost your affinity ranking by getting more likes on your posts, by getting comments on your posts, and by you talking back to people on those comments. So if someone comments on your photo and says something like, oh, that recipe looks really good, or thanks, if you go underneath that comment and you comment back to them, that's how you're going to boost your affinity rank on Facebook. So that's why you cannot rely alone on public posts, because not everyone sees them. Okay. So you can do a public, but then you do want a one-to-one invite. That's what you have your list for. And this is an example, and it just says, you already Facebook friends, reach out scenario to invite via a personal Facebook message. Hey, I know you may have seen some of my fun rants about health and fitness. I'm hosting a virtual fitness and nutrition support group starting on. I just love your posts and your vibe, and I'm looking for really fun people to join this group. Was hoping you might consider joining me. So you would personalize this to the person that you are inviting, right? You have to connect it to you. So if you're running a clean eating challenge and you have been in the 21-day fix program or one of the programs, what have you personally learned about clean eating within that time that makes you passionate enough to want to help someone introduce clean eating to somebody else? Has it helped you with bloating or cravings or having more energy, and sharing that? Okay. Or if fitness has become a new priority in your life, or something that you now enjoy doing every single day, and you want to share that with others, you have to say that's why you're opening up your own free fit club group on Facebook, because you want to share what you've learned and inspire other people into a healthier lifestyle. So you have to really personalize the invite. And then you can explain a little bit what it's about. So she has on here, in this 5-week group, whatever it is, we focus on fitness and clean eating, weekly clean eating meal plans and recipes, a proven home fitness program, which is only 30 minutes, blah, blah, blah. Would you be interested, perhaps a friend to even join you? Let me know and I'll get you the details. So just a couple things there. This is for a regular challenge group invitation, but you want to add the value of what you're offering. So you want to explain a little bit about what it is that you're offering, how it can benefit them. And she did not drop the link to the group here. So you always want to get permission before you send a link. So you always want to ask, let me know if this is something that you would like to join. I would love to have you. Let me know and I'll send you the link. Let me know and I'll add you to the group. So be careful not to just go ahead and post links. So this is totally just an example. You might be comfortable just writing up your own thing, and that's okay too. We just kind of want to really just give you every option to be successful, and a lot of that is just having the tools to do so. All right. Any questions, drop them below and I'll try to answer them, but I'm going to let Lindsay talk about the last thing.
Okay.
I have to stop sharing. Sorry. Okay.
That's Okay, I want to make sure I can pull it up. Okay, hang on.
I watched you, by the way. Most of it I was feeding the kids, and I'm like, oh my God, she is really good at this. Like my leaders need to watch you do that. You're really good at that.
It helps to listen to some good stuff before you get on too.
Well, yeah. I love when you said at camp that you drink E&E before you invite. I'm like, oh my God, she's got to be like, do you want to join my challenge group?
Dude, okay, first of all, it's not right. I don't know why. Oh, maybe it's this. Bear with me. Okay, first, while I'm searching, Christy, are you on still? So I'm going to show you guys something I did. I meant to ask her to talk in the beginning, but, time. Christy is a new coach. This is her second month, and I'm going to show you her business launch party. It's super simple as soon as I can figure it out on my screen share. Bear with me. But I'm going to have her just hop on really quick. She hit SC Success Club 7, which means she helped 3-4 people in her first month. So she's on her way for a ticket to New Orleans. So she's brand new. And we just wanted a quick minute of like, who'd you talk to? What have you done so far to get where you're at? And while you talk, I'm going to pull up. I just did a business launch party for her. This new idea that we created literally through our masterminding of this whole training for you guys. We were like, okay, what can we do like to help you guys get your business off the ground? Like, what can we do? What can we do? And we have thinking about this, like, because again, challenge groups or recruiting, like, how do we want to do this? Because there's two ways, right? Starting people on a health and fitness journey, or do it like Lindsay did it, where I kind of started people on both. I did it kind of both. And I think Christina did it that way too, because before we didn't have these challenge groups. We just didn't. So when this came through, we were kind of like, okay, all right, we can do that. But we wanted to find a way to simplify it and kind of bring it in together. And we decided, let's do a business launch party where we're going to talk about coaching, what it's done for our life, what it can do for their life, and then explain, fitness groups. Oh, and I meant to explain the app. And the app, they get the app. If they buy into a challenge group, right? If they buy a package, they get to access to a free app. That is the Challenge Tracker app. There's no reason they should get access to this thing without Shakeology in their hands. Yes? Because what's the point in having a thing that tracks? But I treat that as like it's a gift you're getting with your order, and it makes their mind spin like, oh, I got a thing I can check off. Okay, so just bonus here. All right, so Christy, if you want to unmute and share with them how you hit Success Club in your first month and what you did. And I am digging for I don't know why it's not pulling up my Facebook screen share, but I'm going to work on that.
Hey everyone. So I'm Christy, and can you guys hear me? I see Lindsay's lips moving. Okay.
You're good.
Threw me off. All right. What I did was I literally actually started December 17th and started with the Shakeology, started working out, and literally took a week off from work to be home with the kids and to really just dial in the exercise and stuff with the before and after. So when I came back to work in January, I looked different because I'd already lost a bunch of weight and I had a really, just positive attitude. I decided I wasn't going to let anything stress me out anymore, that I was making a change. So it really just happened. Like as soon as I went back to work, people got very interested in what I was doing. I started talking about the Shakeologies, how it's reducing my stress, how it makes me feel better, and how I'm working out 30 minutes a day. And everybody at work knows that I work 70 hours a week usually, and I travel a ton for my job. So I started posting on Facebook, when I'm traveling, I would literally show the luggage cart with my bag, my gym bag that had my weights in it, my yoga mat, and my groceries that I would stop at the local grocery store and actually get my food and just post the pictures and things. So it actually took off for me, like I would say mid-January, and is really when I hit all my success points and got everybody signed up. But so far this month it's been kind of sluggish, but I have a lot of people interested. And Lindsay, you'll be happy to know I have 2 people wanting to sign up right now. They're talking about becoming a coach and buying their challenge package. I know, I can't believe it. They're like, it's so exciting. I want to be part of this with you. Yeah. So we'll see how it turns out, and I'll let you guys know for sure if they actually do it. But they're talking about, it's a husband and wife duo, and he already has friends. He's like, I already know 3 people I want to sign up right now, and she wants to do the dance ones. He wants to do the man ones. I'm like, guys, we have an all-access package. You can do all of it. So, yeah. So I'm pretty stoked. I'll let you know how it works out.
This is why you drink Energize before you get in your, okay. So this is why you have to be so pumped and excited when you invite and when you go live, which you can do in your free group, by the way, because when they're like, I see that passion, I see that excitement, that's all I care about. I could get on there and I could screw the whole thing up, which I screwed the time up anyways. I'm like, yeah, so we were supposed to meet an hour later, and oops. And it was still good, so good. So I hope you guys can see this. I think I got it up. So we created an event, and I think we gave it a good week or so for her to promote it. And this was strictly for her customer base. This has, you do what you want with it, you guys. If you want to do some new people and you want them to be a part of this with you, if you're doing this for a coach, when you grow, that is, go for it. In this case, I said, invite your friends. She invited 46 people. And then 11 of them actually came. She created like a chat and like talked to them in a chat as well. And I basically just wrote, join us to learn about this amazing opportunity and how it might be a fit for you. We're a group of everyday ladies working towards an extraordinary life. It is possible to dream big again. We're excited to be live with you and share everything about the coach life. And that is a sign that I was like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about just yet, but we are tweaking this as we go. And I was thinking about, like, do I want to share success stories? Do I just want to get on live? Because I knew I was going to get on live and share my story, but I was processing through this. And I think as we do these, we'll come up with a little, like, post this, do this, go live, yada, 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 like a sneak peek, if you will, type of opportunity, which you've probably been a part of, which got you to become part of this team. But this was the first business launch that we've done. So we created a really pretty photo. We put Christy in the photo, and she did the inviting. She brought the people, and then we just shared, okay, so I shared like a little bit of excitement, like, so excited to chat with you. I can't wait to share how this business has changed my life, physically, financially, mentally, and more. And then I was trying to find my before and after photo, and I couldn't find it off the top of my, wherever I was at the time. So I used this photo, which is kind of the same, to show them a little bit of my transformation. And then I used a motivational photo that was more of a businessy. So I was kind of mixing in both. 2 hours, I'd love to do a giveaway, invite your friends to join us so then they can invite people. And then here I am live for about 30 minutes. And I was pretty hyped up to talk to everybody. And you can see a lot of people were on here chatting and asking questions. And then Christy shared her story, which I would say is really important to make sure that you're sharing that. Do we have any questions about that? Let me stop the share so I can see. Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's like checking things off. I'm telling you, you'll attract the emeralds I have an app that comes with this package. Like, they love it. To get that business call, what was it? What was the
Business launch party?
Business launch party. With the cool thing about that is we get to do the inspiring for you, because you're not quite sure like what exactly you want to say yet. You're like, I'm not so sure about this Facebook Live thing, or some of you guys may be like, I'll get on live, I don't mind, like I'll get on and start chatting. But some people are like, hold up, I don't know what I'm saying yet. Like, I didn't know what I was saying as a coach either, which is why we give you this invite type of script, which is why we came up with this, like, okay, what can we do to help the recruiting start, to help the Success Club start, to help you start to, get idea of what exactly to say. So we're like, let's do this. And that helps. And then the free group is another great thing we can do as well. Probably with PS coaches, because once the team gets really large, it's going to be, I can't, Christina couldn't even, like, once it gets so large, it's like I can only do so much. But our goal is to help you succeed beyond us, right? And so by doing these things, we are empowering and like equipping you guys with all the tools you need. We just need you to bring the people and to go out there and find where you want to connect with them, whether it's Instagram or YouTube or Pinterest or Facebook or your neighborhood. I mean, they're everywhere. The people are everywhere. And through that list of 100, you're bound to find more people, and you'll start to zero in more on what kind of people you want to work with. For example, just to throw this out there, Lynn, she's a great example. She's a plus size motivator, right? And she's got 30,000+ followers on YouTube, and she teaches plus size women how she just creates like these modification videos of all the programs, and she has a ridiculously large team, and like she's built a great business. And so she's really zeroed in on like, this is who I'm helping. This is who's going to understand me. A person who needs to lose 10 pounds may not relate to me because I'm a plus size lady working on my journey. But that doesn't mean she can't run the business and make money because she's not where she wants to be yet, right? Does that make sense? Like, they care about being on the journey with you. They don't care that you have abs. Because that's really hard to relate to.
Right.
Oh, Christy's having a fit club as well, she just said. So she's inviting people over to work out with her.
Christy's a doer.
I know.
She's a doer.
Awesome. She's like, I'm like, oh man, you aren't going to hear this name. You're going to hear this name more often. All right. Did we get it all?
Yeah.
That was a lot to cover.
I know. Okay, so here's your homework, you guys. Writing this down, we'll post it too. But number 1 is fill out your business branding form and take a picture and post it in the group. Tag your coach. And again, it can be a total rough draft and you can change it in 3 months. It doesn't matter. Number 2, I'm going to share a very short social media training video on how to remake over your banner and your About Me section. And it's really helpful for you to then take those steps and maybe create a new banner, rewrite your About Me, and really understand how to get your Facebook to represent you in a second flat, because that's what you want. You want people to go to your page and instantly get who you are in 2 seconds. So I'm going to share that video. It's short. I just want you to watch it. And then once you make those changes to your Facebook, take a screenshot and tag your coach. That might not be something you get done in 2 days, and that's okay. But at least watch